Hello, distance learners. I'm just making a quick video here to explain what's happening the rest of the week. Today and tomorrow we're watching a movie. We started it yesterday in BC and we chose 50 First Dates, and it's really good if you haven't seen it before. They were loving it. But we're going to watch that today. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it at home and feel like you're part of the class, but I'm not. You can just take the day off if you want. We are also going to do nothing until Monday. So period one, because my other two classes started it yesterday. You can choose to finish the movie tomorrow if you like it. It's on Netflix. Not tomorrow, on Friday. If we don't quite finish tomorrow. The other two classes you'll be done. Then what we're going to do is normally they release the FRQs either tomorrow or Friday. So I was thinking on Monday, if you're like, I'm done, you can just be on your phone while I go over them. But I'm going to probably go over the two calculator active ones and just kind of go through it. If they've been released, they always release them, but this year's a weird year. So I'm not sure because there's 3 testing dates. The tests are different, but I don't know if they're going to say we don't want anything out there until the last group is done, which is June. So they might not be released on Friday, but usually it's 2 days after. I get to go see what you guys did on the FRQs. We are going to also start a project in here where I'm going to give you guys each one of the topics up there, or if you want to work with somebody, like if there's 3 of you, I'll give you 3 topics in a row in the same chapter. And what you're going to do is make, I don't know if you've used it before, but I've been using I help with an algebra class, and they love it when things are animated and brightly colored in like a video or a movie. And I'm going to show you how to use Google Slides to animate things and just do cool stuff. And then I'm going to show you how to use WeVideo. Have you guys ever used WeVideo? So some of you know how to use it, but in end result, I'll just show you one and we're going to practice on an algebra topic. So we'll probably spend a week just practicing because I want them to be really good and crisp. Like I want it to be like a great digital library for if next year somebody's stuck on related rates, they can just go click on it and see like an animated quick. I don't want them to be like 40 minutes long. They're going to be short, quick, but really good. So I'll show you kind of here. I'll just go to the area problem, what they look like here. So this was done in WeVideo, but the actual math part I did in Google Slides.
In this video, we're going to tackle
and it's only like
from our
4 minutes long. I'm not going to show you the whole thing though.
Between the grade math. And with math, when we cut stuff out or remove it, we subtract it. So picture that it's the floor with a rug on it. We're going to be finding the area not covered by the rug. So we'll be subtracting the area of the rug from our problem. So let's get rid of the rug, let's get rid of the floor, and back to our original problem. Let's throw our dimensions on there, and x plus 4 by x.
And then I go through the math.
The entire room, remove the rug, and what's left is going to give us the area between them.
Do you see how that'd be helpful for somebody struggling on that topic? The 9th grade has been responding really well to this. I want yours to be similar, where it's just super visual, super animated. This one's kind of animated, but I'm going to keep going a little bit.
Area is length times width, or base times height, or side times side for 4. We do first of those. We have a little pair of like terms in the middle on each, the outsides and the insides, so those will get combined.
I can see I forgot to remove the border on that one.
Is going to give us an
My OCD just kicked in.
In the middle of the first one. Is to it.
So you might have related rates in the ladder problem, and you might maybe have the ladder like actually show it sliding down the wall, and so people they can see everything changing and the angle changing and all that kind of stuff. Once it's done in Google Slides, it goes to WeVideo to add all the extra stuff. So I'm going to go to the end, like what was at the beginning.
Not covered by the rug.
So that this ending and the beginning are all WeVideo, but if you know other stuff besides WeVideo, I'm fine with it too. So that's going to be kind of our end of the year project, is you're going to either work in groups or on your own. You will never have to work outside of class unless you're choosing to make it like super cool. Does that make sense? Like, honestly, I get addicted to stuff like this because at heart I'm kind of a computer programmer kind of person. I don't know the wires, but I love playing with computers, and once I start getting a good project. So what we're going to be doing on Monday is I'm just going to we're all going to go to Google Slides and I'm going to show you how you start making things fly in and disappear and choose cool backgrounds. Like if you want to do it all on a blackboard or and have it show like you're writing. Like we're going to just go play in Google Slides, no assignment. And then Tuesday, if the Google Slides stuff doesn't go well and you need more practice, we'll just continue. But then we're going to go into WeVideo for those who have never used it. We have 2,000, I think, free upgraded WeVideo things. I do have to okay it that we use 60 of them, but I think they'll be fine. I think they want them to be used. The district bottom, and I don't, what class did you use it in? You guys said you used it, or just on your own independently? In 8th grade. Oh, well, it's way pumped up now. Like there's so many cool things you can do. And I don't even know that I'm not an expert at it. I just do the basics, but you guys are way creative and good with technology. So you'll probably do, I'll show you what I know in WeVideo, but anything you're trying to do, if you Google it, it'll pop up right away. So I was like, well, I want to get a different soundtrack in here, and that is easy just to bring it in. All right, so and I'll hand out a handout for the minimum of what you need on that to get full credit. It'll go in as test points, but as long as you do everything on my checkoff sheet, you'll get 100%. Does that make sense? And nothing needs to be done outside of class, but some of you will get addicted to it. Don't choose it over other homework you have, okay? It's actually kind of fun. So we're going to practice at first with an algebra topic. So I'll give you something like that, or foiling or something, because it takes at least 1 or 2 creations before you're going to get good at it enough for how well I want it done. I want to actually use these. I want a digital library of every topic up there. Wouldn't that be cool? So like when you're stuck on implicit, you can just go there and there's a 5-minute, not a full half-hour lesson from Khan Academy, but and it'll be animated. Yeah.
Do you want us to be like comfortable? Because I personally talk like I'm talking to a friend.
Yeah, you can pick your topic. If you want to work with, is that what you're asking me? Like what?
No, am I talking like a robot saying like, so how to foil? You have to do this.
No. Make it. I actually want to call it like calculus stimulus. I want it to be very engaging. Like I don't want you being a robot. You can be funny. You can whatever. I posted one of these on my Facebook group and they loved it. It was one on integration. Like kids want like quick. Ugh. Does that make? And I'll give you like on the end you'll run credit, so you'll have your name, not my name. Like I'm not going to take credit for it, but there's a need for it even just globally, like something because you guys are so like digital, and so to Google like how do you solve a related rate and have a professor up there on a whiteboard or whatever is just not kind of what's out there right now in terms of need. And I found I just started it with the algebra kids who are struggling, and they're still engaged and it's been 2 months and they'll watch those videos like this, where if I was just doing it on the whiteboard, they'll be on their phone. So it's just kind of cool. I thought it'd be some fun way to end. I try to do a project when we can, like we did all the painting out there one year. Some years I cover stuff we skipped, but I think we're a little burnt out on math, so I might leave that till the last week and just go back to a little math that you don't get tested on. But for seniors moving on to Calc 2, like this is the first thing you'll learn or something. Depends on how long and how good these videos are. All right, so we're going to practice on an algebra topic. Next Friday, I'll have you start working on creating your slides because the slides come first. And they're actually, there's way more involvement in doing the slides than connecting it into a video. And then we'll make one big YouTube playlist by chapter. Do you see my vision? And BC is going to get assigned to the purple ones. You guys will get the blue ones with 6th hour. Anything we don't get done, I'll work on over the summer. But I hope to, when we're done, have a digital library. If you don't want to do it, if you're like, that's not, I just want to, I'm fine with that. I would give you an excused, but it would kind of make me sad because it's kind of fun. All right, so that's kind of what's going to happen until, honestly, we're done with them. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So will this basically be the last thing going in this category?
Yes. Yes, the very last thing, and you really can't do bad on it. So it could help you. If you need, like if you're right on a bubble still, like if you're at 89.4, knock this out of the park and That'll do it for you. All right, so, but we're not going to start that yet. What I want you to do right now, all of you, even distance learners, and distance learners, if you have any questions, you go ahead and contact me. But we're just chilling out this week, distance learners, so this is the only thing I'm going to have you watch till next Monday. But we're all going to go to AP Pass right now. So go enter AP and then Pass. And we're going to try to think back to yesterday. I know sometimes it just disappears, but we always only remember the stuff that we struggled with usually. So you'll be like, oh man, number 3. Boy, did I hear a lot about number 3 because BC had it as well. That was one of the crossover goofy question. I told you there's always one. It's almost always number 3. It's always one both levels have to take, and it's way outside the box. All right, if you tackled that one, most people across the world won't. I don't know what it is. But I'm just saying the goofy one, most people are like, what? And so, but we're going to go to here. You're going to go to score calculators. Obviously, they don't have, and this is made by College Board, so it's pretty good. We're going to click on Calculus AB. The most recent one is 2017, so click on that. They're all really similar, so because they're normed. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, even if the test is harder, the scores come out the same. Or if the test is easier one year, usually usually about 52% of kids nationwide pass AB. It's normed that way. So what you're going to do is think back to your multiple choice, and you're going to think back to when you first got it and you did 30 without a calculator. And if you're like, I think I got like 10 of those wrong, in your head you're logging in at 20. If you're like, I thought the no calculator was easy, I thought that I maybe got 5 wrong, maybe think in your head I got 8. Just overestimate. Does that make sense? Then think of the calculator active multiple choice, and if you're like, I think I got 5 wrong. So I'm going to say I got 8 wrong and 5 wrong, and I'm going to go enter a 33 here. So, and just guesstimate, how was the multiple choice on average? Pretty reasonable? Thumbs up? Yeah. So, and people forget that because you remember the FRQs. Right? So go ahead and estimate. If you're like, I think I got half of them wrong, honestly, be honest, and go a little under a half, enter 21 or something. So enter that. Then think of your first FRQ. I don't know what it was, but I know it was calculator active. And if you're like, oh yeah, it was, I'm just going to throw something out there, particle motion. And if you're like, I thought that one was easy, I think I aced it. Don't give yourself a 9, give yourself a 7. Okay? And the next calculator active one, if you're like, yeah, I think I got that one too, because rumor has it, yesterday kids were walking in saying the calculator active FRQs were a piece of cake. If that wasn't you, and you're like, I only got part A, give yourself a 3. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with a 6 maybe, because I heard that. All right, number 3 was the one everyone was complaining about. I don't know if the whole thing was hard or just parts of it. So I'm going to say I got a 1. Maybe I pulled out a units point, or maybe I pulled out a setup, or maybe you had your limits right. Whatever the question was, if you're like, I didn't write anything down, go to a 0. If you're like, I kind of had some stuff down, you probably pulled a 1, because usually it'll be like constant and limits, like if it was whatever. So, and if you had to label something there and you're like, well, I got the label, so you go ahead and estimate on that one. I have no idea what was goofy about it. I should in a couple days. Don't tell me. And then you had another no calculator one. Usually that one of these, number 4 or 5, is graph analysis. I'm not even going to say usually, always. So I'm assuming you had a graph analysis. I do not know whether it was easy or difficult. You can tell me that. I just can't know content. Was it a normal graph analysis where you're like maxes, mins, inflections, all increase? Yes. So if you like, that one was pretty easy. I think I aced it. Dumb it down. Let's dumb it down. I'm going to dumb mine down to a 5. Right? So if you're like, yeah, I know I got the first 2, then it was a little weird. I'm not sure. I don't know what the other ones were. Sometimes it's differential equations, maybe particle motion. Maybe it was the one that doesn't fit in a category where you just have random questions, like there's a L'Hopital's and a tangent line. I don't know. But I'm trying to trigger your brain to remember what the second to the last one was. My guess is you can't put it into a category. Am I right? Like it wasn't right in, right out. It wasn't graph analysis. It wasn't particle motion. It was just sort of questions that had blah. All right, I'm going to give myself a 4 because I don't remember. All right, and then boy, that last one was hard. I don't know what it was, but I'm going to give myself a 2. All right, Maybe you didn't even get there. Give yourself a 0. Hit calculate. Mine's a 4. Okay, with my fake. And then I'm going to see how much more I would have had to go to get a 5. And just see kind of if you're in the, oh, I'm already at the 5, but you can play with it if you want. And these are usually pretty standard. All right? Usually that makes people feel a little better, am I right? Because you forget about the multiple choice and the 2 easy FRQs. And honestly, once you get your score, if you're at a 3 and your college accepts it, I would still take Calc 1 over again, seniors. And we'll talk about that towards the end of the year as to what you take next year. All right, so if yours comes back and it's a 3 and you're planning to take Calc 2, that's a big slam when it goes twice as fast. All right, so that I like 5s and 4s to move on. Anywho, there's your AP pass. How did we do? Decent, right? All right, maybe great. We don't know yet. All right, we're going to go watch a movie. I'm going to stop recording here.